Hi, everybody. It is Beth from Restyled Creations by Beth. Thanks for joining me today. And today I've slowed things down. I know on my pages and my accounts, you've seen me do bows and they go really quickly. I'm just doing them time lapse to kind of show you an overview and what the bow looks like. But I wanted to slow it down this week and bring you a full length video on how I make those bows. So stay tuned and we'll get started. So I'm starting with 3 ribbons to make this bow. I'm using my Easy Bow Maker. I'm starting with a 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch, and a 2.5 inch, and they are coordinating colors for the wreath that I'm getting ready to make. So I am cutting here the 1.5 inch ribbon. I actually made it like 18 inches long, I think, and then I'm dovetailing it, so I fold it and I cut on the fold toward the wire, toward the ceiling, and then it makes these cute dovetails. You know, you don't have to dovetail them. You can cut them straight, you can cut them angled, but that's just what I'm decided to do on this ribbon. So I'm putting that in my Easy Bow Maker, pinching it down and pressing it in there, and I'm making one tail go to the top and one go to the bottom. Now when you get your ribbons, a lot of times they'll have a crease in them, so I'm just going to cut off that crease because it never seems to look right after that. I'm dovetailing it, the big ribbon, now, and then I'm putting it in my Easy Bow Maker, going out to 8 inches and pinching it, twisting the other side toward me so it will have the ugly, it's not really ugly, but the non-printed side. And this is a double-sided ribbon, so I could use either side, but I'm choosing to use the flower side. I'm making 6-inch loops, so I'm going out on my Easy Bow Maker, just moving that tail around so I can make a 6-inch loop. So I'm going out to the 6-inch and I'm holding that down. See, I'm kind of holding the center of my ribbon down all the time with my fingers, or a lot of the times, so that it won't kind of flop up out of the Easy Bow Maker and just make a mess and not lose all my nice work that I'm just doing. I'm doing 2 loops on each side. There's 2 on that side that are 6 inches. Now I'm doing my second one, and this time I'm not twisting because I'm just bringing my tail down toward the bottom, and then I'm going to cut it off. So that is 2 loops on each side, and I've decided to dovetail this side too because I dovetailed the other side, of course. You want it to match and be even. So now I'm taking my 1.5 inch ribbon in the green burlap, and I'm making an 8-inch tail, but I'm starting on the other side of my bow maker. So I'll have kind of my tail on one side and a tail on the other side. And I'm moving these around as I go to kind of adjust them, because if I just leave them all in one place, it's harder to get them where I want to get them after I secure the bow. So I'm kind of moving those around a little bit, putting 2 of the loops at the top of the big bow and 2 of the loops at the bottom. And so now I'm using my 1.5 inch, like I said, my green canvas ribbon, and I'm making 5-inch bow or 6-inch bows on those as well. I'm making 2 on each side, just like I did on the other one. Every time I go through the middle, I twist the other side of the ribbon toward me so I can have the not so good side, and it's hard to see on this one, but the not so good side on the inside of the ribbon, bows, loops. So I'm making 2 each of those, and then I'm cutting that off. And then I'm going to take my purple lavender colored 1.5 inch ribbon, and I'm going to use it and make some more loops. That's the same one that I used at the back where I made extra tails at the back. It just makes it look a little more fuller. So here I am again, moving those around so that we have a green one and a purple floral one, and so it's even. It looks like an X, or you could say a plus sign if you're at a different angle. So I've got that where I want it. Notice I'm holding the middle down the whole time. Going out to the 8-inch for my tail, 8-inch mark on my Easy Bow Maker, making a little bow or a little loop to put in the middle, and I made that probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches, 3 inches, and then I'm cutting that off because I want that to be the center of my bow. And now I'm holding on to everything, and if you'll see at the bottom, I'm going to put a zip tie into the one side, right or left, it doesn't matter, one side or the other of those wood pegs. And then I'm going to pull that up on the other side, the opposite side, so that when I actually pull it up and affix it, my bow loops will be centered and they won't look bigger on one side than on the other. So I'm just adjusting that, I'm tightening that just a little, not all the way, because now I'm putting a chenille stem, pipe cleaner, whatever you want to call it, in the middle. And I got a little tight, so it's a little hard to put it in there. That's what I'm going to attach to my wreath that I'm putting this bow on. So now I'm going to tighten that zip tie all the way, and now I'm fluffing. So I'm putting my fingers in, spreading my fingers apart inside those loops of those bows, and then I'm adjusting them and moving them around till I've got, you know, the lavender here in some places. I've got it, the flowered bow together or spread out in some places, and then the green bow in the middle. Then I'm snipping off the excess zip tie, and this one I have not dovetailed yet, so I go back and dovetail or angle cut, whatever ones I want to angle cut or dovetail on the rest of all the tails that are sticking out. And then, as you can see, it looks a little wonky, but I'm going to just keep adjusting until I get that to how I look. See how I'm showing you my hands? I'm just fluffing my hands out as I put them in there like a firework. So you just put all your fingers in there and fluff your hands out. If you just pull on them straight, they're going to be pretty flat, and your bow loops are going to look flat and not look as good. So I'm just moving these streamers now around where I want them, so I can lift that bow loop up, move the streamer, and fluff it back up. And as you can see, it's looking really good. So I'll spend a little more time doing that, and then I will have my bow made. So now that it's finished, I will attach it to a grapevine wreath base, and then I will be designing my wreath. So I put the pipe cleaners through. I also like to curl up these wired ribbons sometimes and make some curly cues on the bottoms. It just looks kind of nice. And there's my finished product. And no, I didn't show you the whole making of this wreath, but it was more about the bow this week. So stay tuned for more.